It's okay. Off the mic, it's okay. Off the mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rájú. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rájú. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rájú.
Hello there. So good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. It is Mayegun Live. Thank you, Kingsley. And please, as you are joining the broadcast, right, on the one side, eating your ram or meat, salamit, on the other side, just remember that on this side, right, you should also read the description of the broadcast, like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, tell them all that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. Thank you. So tonight, as the writer for this broadcast clearly, right, stated, it is self-explanatory, isn't it? So 2 months ago, the Akwa Ibom State Governor of PDP, by the way, announced that he would be leaving PDP. His reason is because PDP is currently in disarray, drowning, and the right thing for them is to jump ship because they wouldn't want to become the victim of a drowning party when 2027 comes. That was his reason. And he also said that he is joining the Progrethieves because of Tinubu as well. Akwa Ibom is where Akwa Biole hails from, by the way, just for the mention. Now, he also gave his own appointees its option to either follow him or resign. Anyway, today, on the Salah Day 2025, join the list of those that are filling the camp of Tinubu. Majority of them are saying that Tinubu has done so well that he has surprised even the opposition, that they don't think it is right for them to be secretly working for Tinubu. So he also said he wants to publicly and openly support Tinubu, and that is why he is joining APC. So today, there were those they called Progrethieves governors, including Sanwo-Iku. They were in Uyo to welcome, like they did in Asaba, in Delta. They were in Uyo to welcome, to APC. There were other dramas associated with this. Because of our time, let's get started. Right. So at first, we said the arrivals of these new comrades in the Progrethieves. See, Nigeria is not a real place. And I kind of like to remind a lot of us, all right? So you had the Sanwo-Iku, you had the dubious Dapo, and then, all of them to welcome their new pal. the ceremony organized, a supposed statewide ceremony. The governor gave more reasons. He said he consulted so wide. And by his consultation, it means that all the stakeholders, the PDP stakeholders in Akwa Ibom State, that they all decided to go and join APC. It's quite unfair though, like, I know the entire system is so, like, rigged, okay? Everyone says, oh, you need a very strong opposition to make democracy work. So the people were given, choices, and then they chose one, rejected others. Yeah, plus other factors that eventually share you get, let's say the best trigger, right? Got the validation of the people, meaning they actually chose states for a reason and rejected that for a reason. But politicians would, because of their own personal interest, future ambitions, or protection from their past and current sins, they would just dump all of that. Like, I'm like, that's not fair, But it's Nigeria, so you get. The guy said it last time. He said there is no ideological sort of like a drive for Nigerian politics or political parties. It's just about the survival of the fittest. The most important thing is to do whatever you can to gain power or maintain that power. It's not about ideas or anything. He said it. So today, he also added this.
Executive Council, delivery advisors, and honorable special advisors, senior citizens, our political leaders from across party lines that are here this morning, elders, critical stakeholders, chairmen of boards and commissions, the chairman of Algon, who is leading other chairmen of local government councils here today, captains of industries, ward leaders, party faithfuls from across party lines, members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm, ladies and gentlemen. It was Dalai Lama, one of the world's most highly admired moral voices, who spoke so eloquently about change and the constancy of values. Dalai had advised the world to open your arms to change, but don't let go of your values. Today, fellow Akwa Ibomites, we are gathered here to witness change, while equally affirming the constancy of our collective values and defining ethos as a state. For some time now, the political space, particularly in this state and the nation in general, have been awash with the news of my likely movement from the PDP, the platform that have provided the levers and ladder of my political ascendancy to the position of governor of this state. This discussion has elicited various layers of analysis in the process. Today I'm here to answer to some of those nagging questions. Like the Dalai Lama had said, we should always be open to change, but not to let go of our shared values. Earlier this morning, I submitted a formal letter of resignation from the People's Democratic Party to the world chairman. Same copy has been sent to both the state chairman as well as the national chairman. I want to thank the People's Democratic Party for their support, for their love, and for working with me these past 2 years in the affairs of running the state of Akwa Ibom across party line. But this is a defining moment. I've therefore decided, after due consultation with all of the critical stakeholders across the length and breadth of this state in the last 3 months, I believe that no one has moved progressively or has ever changed party in this state that has consulted as widely as I've done. I did that because of the respect I have for all of you as stakeholders in Project Akwa Ibom. I did that knowing that each and every one of you needed to be consulted, to be informed. I needed your counsel. I needed to explain why I am moving. And at this point, that consultation culminated into my meeting with all the critical stakeholders in the PDP last night in this hall, where I took time to explain to all of you the reason why we must move. That as the children of Issachar, we must be able to interpret the times and flow with the times and not run against the tide. Having completed the rounds of my consultation as your servant that you have elected to serve you, I have therefore decided to progressively move to the All Progressive Congress. Thank you. Thank you. Standing before you today,
and we celebrate His Excellency the Governor of our states. Officially now, the member of the All Progressives Congress.
Executive.
They are all friends. Sorry, I saw some comments of people complaining about the audio, my voice. Is that right? Is that general? Is everyone like experiencing my voice going back of like high and low or something? I don't know. So please let me know. I've made other adjustments too, in case if you notice that it seems the voice has changed. Do you get what I mean now? So I've done that. But I just want to know if it is general. You understand? So, you know. Anyway. Yeah, that was his speech of leaving PDP. It is, okay. So let's hope the voice stays that way, okay? And if you have to increase the volume of your own device, please do. Because I'm trying not to be shouting, you know? Because sometimes it can be a little bit like, I'm just shouting like, my ego, you don't need to shout, and you begin to sing vain. Yeah. Anyway. So if you come to think or look at it, it is very easy to see through the charade, the shenanigan that these guys called politics or power dynamics or something. They have different, names for it in order to qualify it, in order to justify it as well. Opposition party was supposed to be building on how to expand and build trust with the people, but that is not how it works in that place. So right now, they are projecting that by the end of this year, there will likely be only 3 or 4 PDP governor and PDP states left in Nigeria. And they are going to be from, maybe one from southern part of Nigeria or your states, and then another 3 from northern part of Nigeria, Plateau State. So there is a rumor of Adeleke in Osun also joining them for him to survive. Because the impression these guys are giving is that nobody can challenge Tinubu if they want to if they want to survive politically. An impression they are now disguising and presenting as a form of solidarity. We have to do solidarity because that false achievement, if Tinubu has done so greatly, and they all know they are lying. I just discovered that the road, you see that coastal road, that 30 kilometers, if it was 30 kilometers and useful, those who went to Dangote's deep sea ports service road, the one Tinubu went for yesterday in a chopper, right? They wouldn't have to use other route to access this commissioning projects that they went for, the roads they were commissioning. I'll show you that one later in this broadcast, don't worry. But they all know the lies, they all know the fraud, the scam. You get what I mean now? But they continue to push the narrative of, there's no alternative, this and that anyway. So in Akwa Ibom State, the governor is not the only one. The deputy governor also joined them. All the National Assembly members, all the status of assembly members, the local government administrators, and of course, their supposed supporters and followers in PDP and all that. Even though a lot of people have been reacting that they will regret it. Some said that's the same thing they said about Akwa Biole. Today, Akwa Biole is your number 3 man. You know what I mean? So, those who followed him, why?
Your Excellency, we decided to follow you because we have seen what you have done so far in the past 2 years. Your Excellency, you are our own leader. And it's you that is having the vision for this state. Your Excellency, the past 2 years, you have performed so well. And we are comfortable with you as a house. Your Excellency, we will continue to support you the next 6 years. Because you are thinking of the development of Akwa Ibom every moment of your life. You are thinking of how you can bring up Akwa Ibom people. Your Excellency, you are joining APC today, and we are following you because you want to develop Akwa Ibom State more. Your Excellency, you said you are progressively joining APC. Your Excellency, the House of Assembly, we are progressively following you to join APC. Your Excellency, we are joining you because we have seen what His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has done. Your Excellency, there is stability in the country, economically. Your Excellency, we are following you because our own, the Senate President, is from Akwa Ibom State, and we are here to go and support him. Your Excellency, we cannot do otherwise, and we thank God for you. Your Excellency, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, we are 26, and all of us are joining you. All of us are joining the APC. All of us are flying the flag of APC. APC!
Because that is the only way, right? Their return will be guaranteed. And they will probably get the waiver. And if you understand how Nigeria is right now, the only, or should I say the highest employer of labor today in Nigeria is politics. From local government level to the federal level, everyone is clinging on to whatever they can get, milking the country so much that they will do anything to maintain that. So it is believed that it is foolish of anyone to start parading himself or herself as an opposition in Tinubu's Nigeria, where you can be whatever you want to be. All it takes is just to bend the knee, kiss the ring, and you are fine. But it is actually not good. I know I'm not supposed to be preaching to the choir, right? But it is not good. Generally, right? Some of you may see it as being politics of being smart, so I don't know what you would call it, but a lot of you have given Tinubu credit that, by 2027, there will be no single opposition, there will be no this, and that. But do you understand what that simply means? It simply means that all of you, everyone, would have no single choice, right? Because those who will be ruling over you, they will have no single fear or worry of them losing that position or that control. And that's them having power over you. I know that they kind of already have it, so sure you get. And the entire system is so broken that you somehow believe that anybody presenting himself or herself as opposition is likely going to be worse than the ones you have there. I understand. But you need them to be worried that they could lose that power over you. They have to be worried. It is for your own good. Well, I don't think everybody sees it that way. You know? And that is why when Peter Ameh, a member of the opposition coalition talk and an ally of Peter Obi, it was with Seun Okinbaloye on channels, you know, today, and last night, where Seun said, is there anyone who is going to have enough clout to confront Tinubu in 2027? Because it seems that majority of those who are supposed to be working together, if indeed Tinubu has failed, right? Working together to give the people an option, an alternative, but they are all like jumping and, you know, and the guy said, listen, it's only because Nigerians allowed some of these things. And if 2027 is the time they feel like, right, they feel like they've had enough, it is not that hard. It's going to be Tinubu, his own gang of, you know, jackals, versus the entire establishment, INEC, judiciary, versus the people. What does that even mean? Something like what David Undenyi also said, right? David Undenyi said, if all of you really think you have a chance before Tinubu, after you get all this your poverty validation card, the PVC, right? You should probably give them the Ghana treatment. And what is Ghana treatment? I'll tell you. But here is Peter Ameh reacting. First, I was like, okay, who has that chance? Who is actually going to be there to say, okay, I want to face a call with the way the whole space is currently looking? To me, I might say it's too early, but to Peter Ameh, listen.
You need to know that that power is given to you in trust. That power is given in trust on behalf of the Nigerian people. You need to factor how much is the minimum wage for workers. How much
but it does look like a lot of the Nigerian people are saying that there's a way that that politicians are always hailed when they are doing something good. They'll say mukeso. Go ahead. But it does look like a lot of Nigerians are also, you are not satisfied, but a lot of Nigerians say, Mukeso, Tinubu, Mukeso, because look at the defections that are going into the party. And the party has said, it's because we are performing. It is because they are delivering to Nigerians. That is why the defections are happening. Do you think that if the president was failing, those who are moving into his party would have done that?
It would be delusional, you know, for the party to think that they are performing. Nigerians are not moving en masse. We just celebrated 2 years presidency of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Where are the people rejoicing? There are no people rejoicing. The thing is about the core rules of whatever thing you want to use to check a parameter to use to check your government. It's with the people. Because you can't have, if a voice properly voice there, that means the voice of the people is the voice of God. And if you have elitist movement from one party, governor moving, governor has one vote. The governors who are moving lost their state. They couldn't even deliver for their presidential candidate. They couldn't even deliver for themselves being vice presidential candidate in Delta. So you can't use that. If you look at Akwa Ibom, he has been afraid to move because he knows that he's going to be in danger. Because the people are not rejoicing with his movement. That's why you see every day the Akwa Ibom governor is explaining why he needs to move, why he has to move, why he wants to move, and people should understand with him. So because you know that the reaction of the people towards President Ameh government is that of pain. Is that of disappointment? Is a fact that the president is not getting his policy right? Because what kind of embarrassment is all this? Where have you seen that you need to have project flag off? And when project is completed, you have the commissioning of that project. You can't be commissioning project face by face in order to be able to pretend to want to show progress when none exists. Because what is 30 kilometers compared to 700 kilometers, which is close to about 5% of the project?
So it should have rather be an inspection of project
an
rather
inspection
than
of project. You can't. This is an error. I've never seen it. Even African small countries, even the ones that have been overtaken, by people, you have never seen it. That a president will go and commission a 5% part of a project, of a larger project. That means you don't even believe that you can complete this project. Why did you ever? Well, look, Nigeria has about 46,000 kilometers of federal roads that are not working. Why are we investing in those processes? We have a rail station that would have probably expanded transport system for our people. Today, Nigerians are talking about 266 million for street light by one street light by federal government. It's like the president does not have the capacity and competence to sit down and look at budget that he's signing. Because with budget revolution, the budget is a mess. And the budget cannot deliver anything good for the Nigerian people. It's a mismatch, a misaligned allocation of resources. So we need a competent hand that can sit on the disciple and read this.
So listen to what the president has, the information he has for people like you, Chief. He said, quote, "I urge you, David, to ignore those critics. They lack understanding. If they find fault with the road or deem it too costly, let them pay a toll to use it." Those are the words of President Bola Tinubu.
For me, since the president came in, I've seen him very insensitive. To be sincere with you, when he goes to Katsina to attend wedding, when people die 2 weeks, and he wasn't there when people died. I wasn't there when the bandits are rushing them. He doesn't go to Mokwa. He sends people. He has not been to Benue. He has not been to Plateau. I see him as very sensitive, and this statement shows a mark of insensitivity because we are Nigerians. This is our money. We have the right to complain, and this complaint is not born out of anything. It's born out of sincere commitment to see Nigeria work. Because you can't tell me that, let them bring the appropriation this bill that was passed into law by the National Assembly. What is the percentage of the money federal government has invested in that road? Everything is treated in secrecy. We're not running a secret court. We're running the federal government of Nigeria. That is, he has a power on our behalf to act on our behalf.
But those who say this president is working hard to fix Nigeria, and perhaps in the history of Nigeria, I'm not sure there's even a president that has the support of not only his cabinet members, even his family. You could see his wife going from state to state. You could see his son, Sheyi Tinubu, going from one place to the other, following his father abroad, he went to Rome, went to Qatar. He goes all about the place with his father. There is a huge support, domestic support for the president, cabinet support for the president, party support for the president. They are already endorsing the president to give him an automatic ticket for 2027.
You can see a lot of Nigerians are angry with the role the son is playing, holding his father's hand in Rome and dragging him as if he was going to. See, we need to get government right. Government is about people serving people. When you put yourself forward, out of 250 million Nigerians to serve, you are not the most qualified. Yes, you are there with whatever means you are there as president. We respect that. But you must show that you can do this. Sometimes they'll come to you and say the price of stable food. In fact, I saw it in the president's statement and I felt very embarrassed and bewildered that the price of rice is dropping while you are killing local market, opening the border so that people can import rice from China, Thailand, and co. The president must get the policy right. Policy implementation takes time.
But those kind of policies are driven down food inflation, which was a major effect on the headline inflation.
It is a major contributor to the headline inflation that we have, but it is an artificial solution, artificial solution that is even that has long-time cost effect. Long-time cost effect because local manufacturer, those who are farming rice, are almost going out of business because you can't compete with Thailand.
So was it just me, or did some of you at that point when she was struggling to want to give us, examples of the kind of support that Tinubu enjoys? And he started talking about his cabinet, the praise singers, his son, Sheyi, goes everywhere, his wife. Sheyi, wait till they worry you, like, wait till they sob now. A lot of people will say, when you listen to Sheyi, right, sometimes you feel like he's just an enabler. I'm not going to say he's like for them or something. Some people say that, but no, that when Sheyi asks, Sheyi is so famous for asking stupid, dumb, unnecessary questions, right? And he does that with so much like steez, Dumbo steez anyway. What does that mean? Like, what are you like trying to say? Anyway, Sha, I still like him. I kind of, somehow. So these guys believes that Tinubu has failed as opposition, right? They have enough, enough materials to convince the people. And some are saying that they don't even need to convince anybody. Like, are you okay right now in that contraption, or you just believe that you will be okay because they said you will be okay? So it's up to you. I mean, nobody needs to preach to anybody. Do you get that now? However, the Obedients who have rejigged themselves are insisting that 2027 Obi is coming, and they have different hashtags now. The the most popular among these hashtags are two, right? They have the Obi is coming, hashtag Obi is coming, hashtag rig and die. Okay, there's another one, hashtag rig and roast. Some people are saying that hashtag stop it too. But let Mr. Peter Ameh finish his own point.
Not going out of business because you can't compete with Thailand, you can't compete with Singapore, you can't compete with Malaysia, you can't compete with India, with their Piebald rice. You can't compete because we're trying to establish a market that is sustainable and then build up a market that can, also export and contribute to our foreign exchange.
Is there anything that this president has done that you see good? Because I mentioned the fact that his family members, in the history of this nation, I'm not sure there is any president that his family member, wife, children, family members, cousins, and all of that, they have their hands on helping the president to deliver. And from what we heard is that the president says he wants to be the Lee Kuan Yew of Nigeria. How many presidents in this country did you find their sons helping them to achieve their dreams?
As much as we blame Buhari so much, you saw the son. He was contained. The guy was very well mannered. Maintaining that governance was meant for his father to run. See, the cost of putting these people together in government, the son fly with the private, the son stay in an hotel, the son travel around. The cost is the burden is on the Nigerian taxpayers' money, on our resources. We are looking at how to make sure government is slimmed down, the cost of governance is reduced. We can't be expanding it, within the corridor of power with family members. So the president must sit down with well-trained, who knows the economy, who knows governance, and then be able to tell him gestation period for policy to start to get results. Because if you don't do that, if he believes that sycophants around him, those who are his appointees, can pre-sing him and sing whatever they want to sing, but the real truth about governance is that you ask the people on the street, Nigerian people in the market, what is the cost of living today?
Did you see any good out of this government?
No, I've not said that I haven't.
Have they done anything that you think that you can hold on to that is good? Because it does look to me that almost everything you find fault in.
They've given $2 billion to people of Mokwa, to look at the issue. But I think I'm looking at issues from a perspective of what the president has done. I'm not looking at what I hope he should do. I can't think for him. I only can advise that what you are doing, you have steered off the rail. You are not doing it right. This is what you should have done. You can't commission 30 kilometers of road. You can't go about. Look, Lagos, they are talking about. Lagos is contributing about 10% to our population, and with their housing them in Lagos. And Lagos also control 52% of our economy. Lagos has capacity to stand with some African countries and also survive. So why are we not expanding this investment? What's happening to port in the southeast? What's happening to the Delta port? See, look, we are not getting our priority right. We want to expand this country, want this country to work. We can't micromanage it, and we cannot, saturate investment in one location.
But the president said that part of his plan is the revitalization of infrastructure, roads, rail, power, and ports. And look at it. The promise specifically, the president said in 2023. And it's important for when people say things to actually hold them to the president has said he will develop a comprehensive national infrastructure plan, almost going out of business because you can't compete with Thailand, you can't compete with Singapore.
It is smoky Igbo. It is taking India.
Something is wrong with you, honestly speaking. There are two things here. One, what did Tinubu promise you when he was campaigning? Now, what is he doing now that is your president? What is the impact of what he's doing now on you as a citizen? So this is what you are going to access, not what he's not doing alone. Like, say, okay, he should have been doing this. He should have, no, leave that one for now. Take a look at what he said, right? On just a bit of a flashback, please don't get me wrong, on economy, Tinubu's idea of economy was,
if we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do.
And that's what he's doing. So what is the effect of that on you? It's up to you to say. No one should be telling you that some price of also is coming down. Chemical is coming, you know what I mean? Like, what was Tinubu's during campaign, that's a video before campaign, it was one of his Tinubu's colloquium or something they organized for him, like for his birthday, all right? But during the campaign, what did he promise you? On power, for example, Tinubu.
That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn.
And when it comes to utilizing, the number of the young people, right? To say, oh, we need to train them, we need to get the young people off the streets, we need to put them to a productive use during the campaign. Wait until Tinubu tells you.
The farmer will make more money. Your lunch will not be imported. Cassava gari, the farmers will make money. The dinner will be cassava by a while. Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that intercept and all.
Farmers will make money. Yahoo boys will be turned to those who will be making, the chips and I don't understand the language. So how far with the Yahoo boys? Have they started making chips for the Microsoft computer? Them. You know, these are the things you look into. And these are very much valid, sort of like valid questions. But unfortunately, in Nigeria, it doesn't work that way. They're just saying your own. They're just talking your own. That's up to you. Then what about the young people who are mostly the victims of these failed reforms? So, being a system, the real ones. If Tinubu did promise you too. Eh?
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
70 years old man.
Right? So today, they are singing a different song, student loan. So they claim that they have allocated 175 billion naira for student loan. And then they... no. Anyway, so and then they came out and said they have spent 20 billion. Another person came out and said, no, they have spent 106 billion. Another person came out and said, oh yeah, we spent 200 billion. All these lies, you know, they say, oh, we have given money to 100,000 students. Oh no, we have given it to 200,000 students. No, we have given it to 600,000 students. You can't really pinpoint it. But guess what? The same rogues, right? I just said that one. No. They said Ministry of Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture want to train 100 people on how to make hairdressing. And in this 2025 budget too, right? So they want to teach people how to make hairdressing kind of training, right? So it's going to cost, 600 or something million naira to teach people how to make hair. So the same Ministry of Agriculture is also going to renovate INEC office. INEC get in one budget too. But Ministry of Agriculture will renovate INEC office in Abeokuta for 1 billion naira. Ministry of Agriculture, right, will also build a new mosque for them in somewhere in Borno. Ministry of Agriculture, Nigeria, they have a desk called Consultancy Desk in Geneva, Switzerland, right? That in this 2025 budget, to manage that desk in Geneva is going to cost 787 million naira in that same budget, 2025 budget. So if people know their real enemies, right? It doesn't matter when these guys who are like believing that they are conquerors, they are, you know, they've conquered you, it's all noise, social media noise, this and that. If there is enough education among the people, I don't think supposedly the opposition should even campaign in that contraption. Just saying, right? Like, but here is what Victor Ameh had to say, that who is now going to face call his candidate is Obi.
them? Is there any opposition to challenge them?
Of course, of course. There's Peter Obi now. No, let me tell you something. The president contested with how many governors? There were governor in Abia. There were governor, APC governor in Enugu, in Ebonyi. They lost closely. There were governor, APC governor in the southwest. In Lagos, he lost. So it's not the whole system of plain politics has died.
Because the analysis of political analysis is that the way and manner that opposition has composed and coordinated themselves, there is no way that is a express way for Tinubu to get a re-election in 2027.
I'm trying to.
There is no opposition.
Let me give you statistics. No matter how coordinated the opposition is, APC is more in panic mode. That endorsement of the president was all about panicking. You can't tell me you contested with a man who don't have political structure, no entrenchment of power in any way backing him. And in the South, entire South, he scored 44.5%. Tinubu scored 35.5%. When we came to the North, OBC scored a large chunk of the vote with 50.2%. So you can't have a man who has scored 25% in 16 states and 50% in 7 states, and you say that you are good. And these are organic votes. These are not votes that were controlled by money. These are not votes that were controlled by people, oligarchs, or by party entrenched leaders or elected officers who bring out money and say, go and vote for my candidate. No, people, Nigeria decided. So I think the opposition, no matter how uncoordinated they are, if they get the answer right, if they put up their best their best candidate forward, I'm telling you that APC, we have nowhere to hide. They will not even see the last vote they got. They won't see it in the 2027 election because the performance is bad. There's so much hunger in the street. Look, check the prices of goods. Look at our GDP has fallen from 300 something billion to 188 billion. So we have a problem that we need to be able to sit down and see government that is, interested and committed to making sure that the life of Nigeria has positive effect. And the Nigerian worker, look at us. They're not getting any money. They're opening all sorts of new agencies for 100 billion, putting Yakubu Dura. We can't have favoritism in government. We can't have government that want to just only be able to, put people who are supposed to be their structure in place.
Chief Ameh, we need to close. So, in closing, in assessing this government, so the poor is being failed, the middle being passed, the higher point being good. How would you say this government has performed? Highest been 10, lowest been 1.
Let's give them 1 as well. Let's give them 1 for now. I'll see what they're doing in
1
2 years.
Out of 10
yes.
in 2 years.
People are suffering.
1. They cannot get promoted into the next class.
The price of goods is fast. They can't even get promoted.
So this government has failed as far as you're concerned?
As far as many Nigerians are concerned. You can do voice properly. Go to the street, carry microphone and ask Nigerians. It's not me.
President Bola Tinubu, you have heard. That is the assessment of...
We are a poor nation. The bank coal will follow. They say firewood, not smoke. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West, if you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
They'll do it. And call. Forget. That's why I told you that I don't have any, I don't have any hate blood inside me. So these guys that I, talk about all the time to educate you where you should, please direct your anger, your rage, your inquisity, your whatever it is, that to just get to understand those behind what you are passing through daily, even if you're not in Nigeria, but you do have families there, right? So Tinubu, I see Tinubu as this 80-year-old grandpa. All these grandpas, they can be very funny, especially among their grand or great-grandchildren. And most of the time, they always have the flashback of what they did when they were young. And sometimes they also do not really understand, or should I say, they are not as fast as we have today in catching up with, all this constantly changing world of ours. So you get to see some of them that they will say, no, that means it is this same head, right, that I had when I was younger, right? I'm bubbling and active and all that. So that I'm older person, that doesn't mean that I'm dumb. So, all these older people that they want to kind of like, go head to head with you on things, information and all that, because they were like that when they were younger. So, like, that's why I see Tifnumbu. Unfortunately, I don't see Tifnumbu to be a president of any mental home association, talk less of a community association, but it is Nigeria, right? Where you have elevated, crooked rogues who have used the system to, entrench themselves, Tifnumbu and others. Because normal, share you get, right? People like that would not even risk coming to any public office because of their lifestyle, their shady lifestyles. But Nigeria, what you really need, especially to join APC, is that your shady past. In fact, it could be your own VIP ticket, right? To growing so fast or going up the ladder very fast in APC. So you heard him. So right now, online, there is a bit of a campaign. I don't know if you have noticed, but I omitted this earlier. Just a quick mention. There is somebody who didn't follow this guy to APC, and his name is Emembong. So he tendered his resignation letter. Instead of following his governor to APC, he said, what's his excuse? Excuse again. He said, you have directed that any appointee who is unwilling to accompany you to switch from the PDP to the APC should resign. Ipso facto, based on my personal conviction, I will be unable to join the APC. I hereby most respectfully tender my resignation as Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties and Ibom Deep Seaport, and a member of the State Executive Council. Just for a quick mention, okay? So like I said, on the side, so there's a bit of, if you are a very active person online, right, you possibly have noticed. And I think that is what, gave birth to Obi is coming, in case if you have seen that. And if you have not, well, good enough for you. They made different posters like this one. Obi is coming, Obi is coming. And why is that? The ronukus, right, including, Reno Mockery and others like that, they seem to have this coordinated campaign, number one, to make those who supported Obi in the Southwest, in Yoruba land, for example, right, to begin to see that as a huge mistake. I don't know if you have seen some of those comments online, where random person would just come and say, I'm so happy that, I am no longer an Obidient. I supported Obi, I donated money. Now, I am now going to go and support Tifnumbu because now I know that Obidient is about Igbo, it's IPOB. I don't know if you have come across all those things. They are coordinated though. If you have, just so you know, they are coordinated campaign, meaning they need to make it look like that. Okay? So that everyone can say, oh, what happened in 2023 was just a fluke. And they need to put that in the psyche of the people. Enough. And there are others who have also, that one didn't start today anyway, they have been preaching and campaigning a campaign of calumny to make you believe that the Obidient are violent. How many of you have seen that? Yeah? Oh, these Obidient people, they are always insulting people, any small thing. Because they are insulting me, I'm not going to support Obi again. I've seen a lot of that. These are coordinated campaign. They are not random. Because people are also reacting, as usual now. Go to hell. Who wants you? Who wants to see you? Well, anyway, the real people who attack people, who threaten people, those who even killed people simply because they won't support the druggie, Tinubu, right? They are now accusing those of you using your phones, yeah, spitting, trolling yourselves, saying things. They are now saying that they are so afraid of you. And they are not really saying they are so afraid. They are saying that you, using this your phone, writing and, you know, responding or trolling them on social media makes you more dangerous than those who attacked people physically and even killed people. In Lagos, it is systemic. So that, I think that is what now gave birth to this Obi is coming, this Obi is coming, that if you have seen that around. And they are also saying that their 2027 means rig and roast, rig and die, and so many other things like the hashtag this, and that. So David Undeyi said, to those who want to participate in their 2027 charade, those of you who are already like contemplating that, you still do it anyway. Yeah. Whether they do not change or trash that fake constitution, which gives them the power of this impunity, this corruption, this compromised system, even if they don't change the constitution, even if they don't change your electoral act, even if they don't arrest and jail Yakubu, some of you are still going to go there and join them and vote. So then you said, why not just get prepared for the Ghana treatment? We have some of the supposed Nigerian army or soldiers, right? Those who are in the Nigerian soldiers, those who are like the police and the rest of them. Some of them later came back to say they were expecting people to troop out, challenge the INEC. They waited for 1 week to announce a fake, rigged, non-existent result and declared Tinubu 4 a.m. in the morning when you were sleeping. They said some of them said they expected Nigerians to actually like reject that. And of course, they are going to send them out to go and, to go and shoot at you. Or if they actually really see you out, not 20 people, 10 people carrying, we no go gree, solidarity. Here you get, but what did they do in Ghana? The ruling government in Ghana, it is the same calamity that befell Nigeria in 2015. That also happened to Ghana in 2016. They too were championing for change. They had the government of, you remember their former president, who is now their president, John Mahama, right? So he was accused of being like corrupt, right? Meanwhile, this was a government that was actually like doing something physical that you can actually criticize. So they went for Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo became their president, tanked the entire Ghana economy. And then he now turned into a dictator. If you say something anyhow, they will arrest you, pick you up. You understand? It was so bad that when the Ghanaians tried to get rid of him, refuse him the second term, he twisted them. He got himself second term. Right? So it became that to the point that all this tribalism, religious this thing that you are seeing in Nigeria, they were pushing that in Ghana too. All of this just to maintain power, while at the same time, you know, with the rope around their neck, right? Ghanaians were dragged to the World Bank, IMF, and dipped in a perpetual indebtedness. But when it came to 2023, it was like their life depended on it. If you don't then, and some Ghanaians themselves came out to confirm this. They said, for the first time in a long time, Ghanaians were like, people who were all right. I mean, the people were okay, but not really all right. You understand that? But they were okay. Then they chose to go for something we promised them that they will be better, only for them to lose their okay. They couldn't get all right or get better, and they became worse. And despite all their differences, it was like their life depended on it across the country. That they resisted the NPP, or what are they called? Akufo-Addo, from imposing his own vice. So, and that wasn't just resistance. So it was like people were ready, violence for violence. if the military does anything, they were ready to, die. And there are videos. So I think that is what the Obedients are currently trying to let us know, that indeed, last time, the APC, who believes that they have the monopoly of violence, they better think twice this time around. So like I said, in order for you to know that they are telling everybody that whatever you saw in 2023 will be a child's play to what is coming, because Tinubu's failure and his propaganda can't save him. All right? The rotten system that they know, they will be more prepared. That is probably awaited to be seen. So today is Salabi. There is actually a cow to say that Obi is coming.
Can you tell us more about Peter Obi, sir?
What am I going to tell you about Peter Obi? You see a whole this size of cow standing still for me to write Peter Obi on his name. You know now. Carry any cow like this size, come right to on top. You go see how the cow will carry you around with you. The two people, you know, agree. Peter is coming 2027.
Mashallah.
Very angry. They will not like this thing, but I'm telling them the truth. Peter is coming. Peter is coming. Inshallah. He's coming.
We are ready for changes.
Yes.
Sure.
Peter is coming. Peter is coming.
Sir.
A bull of this size will remain calm. This is how calm men are. This is how calm we are. Thank you. That is another one.
You get? So I am giving you heads up so that when they start all of that, I don't know, have you all noticed that somehow, I don't know if I'm actually speaking ahead of time, because we don't know who to really say should be doing what I'm about to say or observe right now, okay, is that you notice that somehow they have been trying to psychologically program you to begin to consider the possibility of an election in 2027. Like, it's expected, Abi, but a lot of people believe that there must be some certain things that must happen in order to at least give a bit of trust in the system, right? But none of that is happening right now. The INEC is currently occupied by APC, Egbekebe's members, with a weakest cousin. Is one of those INEC resident electoral commissioners in Nigeria. So, but somehow, a lot of people are already focusing more on who is going to challenge Tinubu, or who is going to be paired with Obi. And just like that, mentally, you are going to get into that mood and ignore the obvious. And at the same time, like it's always been, you will walk into the trap. It's not a trap, and you walk straight into it. And then you would expect them to suddenly be like legit. I'm talking about people who have put in place a rigged system that will be destroyed, dismantled, before you even allow any or participate in any form of you get now, right? So you cannot then get into the game and see them move the goalpost again, and they begin to say, they have started, because you know they will do it. The only way you can be you can be a little bit assured that, okay, they would get into trouble if they try it, is when you have already set the pace for that. But like I said, maybe I speak too early, so I'll leave it to that. So I don't know, some of you have killed your own cows. I don't know, what do you kill today? Or Salah, you know? So somebody sent me a video, right? it's a joke, all right? And they said that if you have not been able to buy ram or what have you for Salah, you could buy this one. There is a goat, a ram-like goat that is available for sale, right? And this ram-like goat is quite big and sturdy like that, okay? So the owner wants to sell it for just 25,000 naira, quite big. And you may be surprised, I say, but it's just because, it's a goat that has a spiritual problem, anger problem and spiritual problem at the same time. So if you haven't got one, right, maybe you should take a look at this. You can text me.
Hey! You dey use your function to play. You dey use your generation to play. What type of play?
Look at my face. Like I could have killed a lot of people.
Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus.
Like I said, it is just a goat with a little tiny anger problem and a spiritual problem. But we'll come back to that. Now, talking about anger problem and spiritual problem, a drama actually played out in the Arise TV studio in Abuja, I believe, when they received Larry Olayinka. Now, Larry Olayinka is the former personal assistant to Ayofa Olise, all right? And then he is now a special advisor to Wirewike, the minister of the FCT. So in this past 1 week, it's been a back and forth between Wirewike and Rotifmi Amechi. Not that much, but I mean, like this kind of like scuffle. Is this scuffle? No. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? So Apati, Ruben, Apati said something about Wirewike being so rude, because at least it was this Rotifmi Amechi that gave him or made him his chief of staff then, so he remained his boss. But for Wirewike to address Amechi like that simply means that he's rude. I think that's what brought Larry to Arise today. And she's very weary, because that's more or less like how the entire thing ended. So here was how it started.
Now, let me start with Rotimi Amechi. He says Rotimi Amechi is hungry for power. He could not deliver 10% for Atiku in the 2023 election. He could not address hunger while he was a minister or while he was a governor. Now, there's a basic principle in human relationships about your relationship with your bosses. I think that Nyesom Wike is very rude, disrespectful, because Rotimi Amechi is his boss in politics. When he was a local government chairman, or was he councillor, during Amechi's second term, it was Rotimi Amechi that helped him to become local government chairman at Obio Akwa local government area. He subsequently became chief of staff to Rotimi Amechi. It was Rotimi Amechi that recommended him to become a Minister of State for Education in Abuja. So he talks this carelessly about his former boss. Now, let me.
That was the beginning of what will later become a bigger wahala. They invited Larry to come and use his rights to reply, being a right of reply, on behalf of Wirewike. And when he walked in, we walked in with a bag of mud to sling around and all that. But Apati was not around. Okay? That was when Rufai was like, no, your assumption that they told Apati not to come because you were coming is wrong. He couldn't come in, he called him for other reason. You know, it's crazy, right? And it seems that no matter how you probably see Rufai Oseni, majority of you need to possibly go and watch podcasts and some of this international media when they take on whoever they feel like is not in their good book, questioning the politicians, the government and all that, probing them in front of the people because they want people to actually see who they are. And if they can put that off in front of the crowd, that's up to them, not you. They're going to, campaign off because Nigeria is a brown envelope media kind of society where everyone is expected to just copy and paste. Don't probe. Probing further is considered as you becoming an opposition to them. So campaign against Rufai Oseni has been so tense that you could feel it if you're watching it live. I don't know if some of you saw it live, right? I'll take you through it, the response, the exchanges. Quickly.
Of reply to comments that were made and that you would like to respond to. So, sir, I give you the floor to go ahead and respond to these comments that were made.
Well, I first and foremost, I want to commend the management, especially the chairman of Arise News. That's one of the leading lights in journalism profession in this country, the Prince Duke. I want to commend him. I want to commend him for today because I can see that Mr. Ruben Abati is not here because I was not expecting to be here because he took position of special assistant on media to Rotimi Amechi. He took position of spokesperson to Rotimi Amechi. So I was thinking that to be professional, to operate normally, Ruben Abati would not be among those who will sit in the studio to interview me. I said that it will be on this side of the discussion this morning. So why I will be talking in defense or in support of the FCT Minister Wike, he will also be talking in support and in defense of Rotimi Amechi like he has been doing. And I said that probably he has been appointed as a special assistant on media to Amechi because I watched him like 3 or 4 days ago here saying that talking like the minister is rude, is this, and using unprintable words that I was not expecting to hear from somebody who has functioned as editorial chairman of Guardian newspapers. For somebody like that to come to studio and begin to call a minister rude in defense of Rotimi Amechi, because he was supposed to, in journalism, we are not supposed to have opinion. So I was shocked to hear him turning himself to spokesperson of Amechi. And I want to also suggest that since he's now Amechi's spokesperson, he should excuse himself from Arise TV and go and do his job properly. He should not be using a platform provided by respected Nigerians like Oga Nduka Oba-Igbena to ventilate his anger, his frustration, and his hatred for Wike. Because it is obvious that he hates Wike. He said here that Wike is rude. When he had issue with EFCC and he had to pay back the money he got from Dasuki loot, then the alleged Dasuki loot. He himself and his wife knew the road to Wike's house to go and beg for a bailout, which is obviously got. And Wike was not rude that time. Oga Ruben Abati has always come to this station to present himself as a moral police, to postulate, present as a moral police. And he will not one day tell us that at one point in his life, he is a politician, a member of PDP. At some point in his life, he was PDP deputy governorship candidate in Ogun State. And he was comfortable having his picture displayed with that of somebody who was wanted by the American government for alleged drug trafficking. He was comfortable on the podium with somebody who was wanted by the American government for alleged drug trafficking. That is the person that will come here and pronounce with his mouth that a minister of this, a former governor, a minister, somebody he once ran to for help, and call that person a rude person. It is to me, I never believe that kind of word, but you know him. He's a bully like he has always been. Even you that you are talking to me now, I've seen videos in the studio bullying you, telling you that you did not respect him, you did not call him Oga, even you that are his colleagues on live TV. So I want to commend the management of Arise TV for taking him out of today. So that
that is not what happened, sir.
Mr. Leary,
that is not what happened, sir.
Mr. Leary,
and also speak.
Mr. Leary Olayinka, Mr. Leary Olayinka, if you will hear me,
like special assistant on media.
If you will hear me,
former governor of Rivers State and former minister of transportation,
okay, Mr. Leary,
that is in that regard.
Mr. Leary Olayinka, no, I have to come in. I have to come in here.
The minister saying that,
Mr. Leary, I have to come in here. Mr. Leary Olayinka, I have to come in here. It's not a monologue. Mr. Leary Olayinka,
governor of Rivers State for 8 years.
I have to come in here.
Minister of Transport for 8 years. That is 23 years. How can that person come and deceive Nigerians that is hungry? In my place, they will use Yoruba and say, "Belong pamanomono ku." Because if you have been in government, you have lived on public fund for 23 years, just 2 years out of that public fund, that opportunity of eating government money, and you are now hungry. What kind of hunger is that? And you choose your birthday. And that is what we are saying. And I'm saying this again. Nigerians should stop allowing themselves to be deceived. People who were in government yesterday, because they are no longer in government, when they were in government, they did not call Nigerians to say, oh, Nigerians, so this is what we are doing. Come and join us to enjoy public fund. Now they are out of government for just 2 years. They have suddenly become champion of democracy. Amechi has now become champion of democracy. Amechi, under whose judiciary in Rivers State was shut down for over 1 year. No court did not work in Rivers State for over 1 year. He is now champion of democracy. And Nigerians are listening to him. I don't understand. Amechi was Minister of Transport. And rail line that was done here was like 50% higher than the ones that was done in a country like Ethiopia. Ethiopia did its own for $4.4 million per kilometer. The one under Amechi was done for $3.4 million per kilometer. And that one, the one in Ethiopia was double lane. The one in Ethiopia was double lane. The one Amechi did was single lane. And that is the person that is now presenting himself as champion of good governance, champion of democracy. Just because he contested APC primary with the present president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He lost. He lost primary. And he said he did not support Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he had no capacity. And Nigeria proved him wrong. He said, oh, okay, carry your support and go.
That was where the wahala started. After Lady Olayinka was just like, because all they came for is to come and enter everyone that said anything about Willie Wike. To him, he's just doing his job. Just look for debt on them and go and spill it on them. It's just, But the fact that he's got that hair time and all that is it's incredible, right? So Rufai that tried to cut him off. And Larry, who seemed to be determined to come in there and drop all of that and just go, finally managed to stop him talking. And when Rufai cleared the air that but he was fine, Abati was not stopped from coming to the studio because of Larry. He was stopped. He called in because he wasn't feeling well or something like that. So that's why he wasn't in. And then it automatically became the turn of Rufai, because what Rufai said afterward was that, oh, you came here to attack Abati. Oh, interesting. But you're a EFCC customer too. You were accused of stealing some money that was put in your own custody while you are working with Paulishe. They had to separate them. Literally.
Very well. Welcome back to the morning show. Some things I need to set straight. Dr. Abati did not leave the show because Arise TV told him not to come today. He was indisposed and he called in sick. That assertion that he didn't come because you were coming here is totally false. Secondly, all the allegations placed against him can't be substantiated, and he has the right to be able to respond to all of this. Thirdly, please let me speak. Mr. Larry Olayinka, you will let me speak. You have been speaking for so many minutes here. You will let me speak, please. And I insist on that right. Secondly, the right of reply was between Wike and Rotimi Amechi. And I think it's best issues like that are focused as a right of reply based on that. Not this casting of aspersions about people that are not here to speak for themselves and saying things that are not true and do not hold water. So it will be best for you to moderate yourself and speak to the issues as regards the right of reply. I am still speaking. Mr. Olayinka. So please, I want you to focus on the right of reply of what transpired between your boss and Amechi. That's the focus of this issue, and not attacking people that are not here to defend themselves. That's the only decent thing to do. Go ahead.
Are you done speaking?
Go ahead, please.
When your Ruben Abati was in that studio, calling Wike, saying Wike was a rude person. Was Wike there to defend himself? Was Wike there? So if he's not here, he will also hear what I'm saying and come as spokesperson to Amechi to also defend himself. Again, Oseni Rufai, stop behaving like you know everything. You are not a spirit. The allegation I made is against Ruben Abati, not you. Listen.
No, but I have a right to speak up for my colleague. I have a right to speak up for my colleague.
You have a right. You have a right to speak up for your colleague.
Yes.
But you don't have the
we
right.
are a team on this show.
You don't have a right.
We are a team.
You don't have a right. You don't have the right. You say even if you are a team, you don't have a right because we are not in the zoo. Ruben, we are not in the zoo.
Mr. Olayinka, so, with due respect, maybe one of these days we'll talk about your own 20 million fraud allegations that you had to go back and forth to court for. Maybe we'll talk to that. Your own 20 million fraud allegations. Allegations against you too.
20 million allegation. I went to court. I went to court myself, and the case was struck out, dismissed. The case was dismissed. If I knew that you were going to talk about it, I will bring the court judgment. And that is why I say, so go and do a 2 or 3 weeks course in journalism so that you will know. You will not come to a TV station to begin to talk like you are a lawyer, using words like I put it to you. Like somebody is a court of law, you are doing cross-examination. I put it to you. I put it to you. This is a conversation, not an interrogation. You should also begin to act like human being that you are supposed to be. What I'm saying here is that I made allegation against Ruben Abati. Let him come and defend him. So you are not the one to say that the allegation is lying. He says it's false. It's true or not. Because you are not the person. Were you with him when he went to Wike? Were you with him in the EFCC custody? Were you with him? You were not with him now. So stop behaving like you know everything. Is it not you that you study animal anatomy?
So
that you are supposed to be doing it.
Okay. What is wrong? What is wrong in studying animal anatomy?
Okay, Mr.
Can you show us your own certificate from the school you went? Show us your own certificate.
Documentary on animal now.
The certificate is phony.
Guys said, do documentary on animals and stop talking to human beings and let responsible person coordinate this program, not you. Not somebody who was convicted for breaking traffic offense. Not somebody like you. You come to station, you come to TV station and begin to do.
Mr. Lere Olayinka, if I may interject at this moment, we would like to have a productive.
Let me listen to you.
Olayinka, please, sir.
Let me listen to you, I beg.
Please, sir.
I want to listen to
we want to have a productive.
Okay, talk to me. Woman be talk.
Things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne, things are getting better, things are getting better, things are getting better. Mr. President, things are getting better. Hey, things are getting better. For Nigeria is on the way, progressive government, things are getting better. Asiwaju, congratulations.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please. Forget
it. Are you still enjoying this, this chart? As you are laughing, I'm laughing too. Because, Baba, somebody said, if you reason am true. Somebody said that whenever God is bored in heaven, like he's just bored, like, man, I'm so bored. We just call them. Agentico. Gabriel Taju. Please change this channel. Change it to Nigeria. And they said, somehow, there's so much like laughter in heaven because it's like, no, God didn't, God will be like, now me create these people to say, now you, but not you. We use some leftover material when you were taking a nap on the 6th day. So quickly make this kind of people because this is not real. It's not a real place. So, and that is why you see, they say Nigerians are unserious people. Because when you're having serious conversation, everyone is laughing. It's a serious issue. It's a country where clowns, original career criminals, they are in charge. And it is kind of like surprising that we have people who expect things to probably go right or go well when you are obviously seeing the clowns in charge. Like, how do you manage to juxtapose that? I don't even know if that is the right word. Idea, right? Like you have Tinubu, the druggie, Ojopagogo, what do you call the ass-o rock. Then you have Shitty Man, right? The jihadist himself, all right? Then you have Akwa Ibom Gov, I will be with it for real, right? And then somehow you are expecting Nigeria to be fine. No. Everybody fool around look. Everybody, just a fool on ourselves.
Things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne. Things are getting better. things are getting better. Things are getting better. Mr. President, things are getting better. Hey, I said, things are getting better for Nigeria. For Nigeria is on the way. Progressive government, things are getting better. Asiwaju, congratulations.
Meanwhile, women in Plateau State, they staged another protest because these killings are still going on. Another protest to, they were actually asking the military to leave them alone because their presence hasn't really changed anything. It doesn't stop the killing. It doesn't kind of like reduce it. It hasn't brought anybody to justice, those who are responsible for it. This was captured yesterday.
Make them go, give them order, make them go back. Guys, if they touch this thing now, put the stomach there. Stone. They are stoning us. Seize every money.
They shot at them. You see those people you saw in that video? They were the survivors of the Fulani terrorist attack. So they protested. But the military said they were stoning them. So they shot at them. They shot the canisters, not like live bullets, because we didn't hear if they killed people there. In Delta, those ones are also protesting the increase in kidnapping cases. Women took to the streets in Delta State, while everywhere.
Alright, these are a group of women from Agbaro, Lugeni North Local Government Area of Delta State, who are protesting against the stealing of children in Agbaro. As at this morning, 26 children have been declared missing, so they are calling on the appropriate authority to step into the matter. Please, let's hear from them. You see, now Agbaro children, now they call the carry. Say they don't carry, will carry to see to do now for complete 26.
Hey, 26 children now they don't carry. We women with the we say, see one of the people they carry picking. They carry this one picking. Yeah, they carry this one picking. So where you are? Asagbaro, with the cry to our excellency. Oh, this is not your time. With the cry to our jewel. With the cry to our president general. With the cry for local government chairman. Nabi Jaro. Make it follow us cry to Sharif. Say this one is time. We born children not to die. Not because make people carry them. If na woman they carry them. If na man. Anybody where they carry the children. Make it permit us. Anyone where they carry. When they catch them. Let them burn them.
repent. But as they leave the soul, they carry the children every day. That's why we we call the cry. Let them help us. Let them help us. Our children that will carry them. But that person.
26 children taken from a community in Delta states. And it's not even like a national emergency. Guess what? Their governor was in Uyu to go and receive, today to APC. People's lives, what exactly in that place? 26 children. Who is taking them? So it's this issue of kidnapping for ransom, kidnapping to be killed, and all of that stuff. The people of Delta State, right? They have been at it for a while now, fortunately. In Ondo State, it is reported that, I think they said it is the the governor's, governor's brother is accused of using his own influence, right, for whatever reason, right, to go after the traditionalists in Ondo State that prompted them to take to the streets. I don't know, maybe the gods they have grown soft, or they lied to us. Hear me out. When I was growing up, right, people in governments, right, it was said, right, then that government is so powerful. That is more powerful than any jazz, any voodoo, anything at all. But nevertheless, somebody who is in government, representing government, should be smart enough to avoid the traditionalists, because they don't deal with people physically, they deal with them spiritually. So you need to be very careful. Don't go and do government work and carry a problem. This was when I was growing up. Meaning, all they had to do is just to ask one of the girls to go and do something, and it will go and deal with that person. They will come back and say it's done. And then next person will be very careful in crossing their path. It's either we were lied to, or the girls have grown soft. Traditionalists are protesting. They need government to come and help them protect their gods. Can you even imagine that? Things are changing. A lot of things have changed. Because according to the report, right, the governor's brother has committed an abomination. Because it is said that it wasn't just the traditionalists that got attacked or beaten up. The king, Kabiesi, So that, people had to save KBAC from his hand. Imagine deputy governor's brother beating the king up, that they have to rescue the king. I've been trying to picture that in my head. Please don't mind me, okay? I've been trying to picture that in my head, like, that this is the king. And there's an agreement, and they just slap the king. Ogbamileti, again. And then, I rush the king. That people would have to say, the king is left, because I can't imagine, because on Kabi, like they beat him up in his own palace, deputy governor's brother. That's what prompted that protest. People became so angry. Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of anger. But you said, imagine him now, like Kabi is a king, Kabi is a joke. Kabi, please sit down. So you coming. Like, sorry, but like I'm feeling dizzy. So Kabi say relax, we'll report it to the gods. He will never do that again. Like I don't know, like imagination shot they make me imagine, say somebody beat up a king. It will change you. So people call the protest. What do you want government to do? So when I was growing up, right? Because I grew up in Ijebu, so I grew up with all of this stuff. Very beautiful. So I told you this before, right? I used to go out. I have participated in masquerade. You get this stuff before. And I have always been participating in all of the traditional ceremonies and all of that. And there's no other reason than my curiosity. I've always been like a curious child. You get now, like I just wanted to know everything. Just anything about everything. Then the food. Yeah, that part too. So you will see me with the Olorishas, you will see me with the Oloros, you will see me with the Gunokos, you will see me with name it, like you will see me with the Agbos, all of those people. And my belief when I was growing up was that whatever you do, please don't let them take your picture to the gods. That's why I said that, governments may be so powerful, but you that is working for government, people believe that some people will encounter some bad luck in their lives in the future because of the way they operated when they were working for government. So when I was growing up in Ijebu, in my Odogbolu that time, your picture they need. That's why I'm trying to kind of figure it now. Like it's like the gods are, it's either they lied to us or the gods have grown soft. Or maybe they have also relocated. Here you get what I mean? Like the potency there was that if I just say, Prince JJ Man, I swear, some of you, please, don't pretend that you've never heard that before. So if I take Prince JJ Man's picture, and I say, this is Prince JJ Man's picture. His name is Prince JJ Man. His mother is Elizabeth. So Prince JJ Man, the son of Elizabeth. I have presented you to Igba Erumoleo. They should do you shaka shaka. They should do you ribo ribo. They should turn your life upside down, this and that, all that kind of stuff. Lies. So then it's believed that if Prince JJ Man begin the pangolo for the streets, and the gods. So if Prince JJ Man want to get well, they would have to come and apologize to me. This is how I grew up. So don't laugh. And this is not movie. It's not like what you have in this your movie. No, this is how I grew up. So you have to be very careful. Don't offend the wrong people, because they could send the gods after you. Yeah? That you will see. Anyway. But today now, everybody have to go out and ask the government to protect them, even the king. So now they shake me friend, like they'll say, if you don't let me curse you with this crown, say, Baba, I respect around you. Don't buy 500. I do really my shit down on it. This is the life we are now. So I'm now like, the gods have grown soft. Like they've just been like, you people cannot be saved. Don't bother us. God has said there are many factors to that. If the gods are no longer answering us, it's because most of them are being given fake fake Shinap, fake Chelsea, fake gin. And some of them have felt like, oh my better may you relocate to, or else you go die of thirst here. Because when you die in Nigeria or in Africa, especially in Nigeria, right? If you die, you don't die. The way they say, oh, we lost our loved ones and all that. No. When you are alive, you are there hustling and hustling and hustling. And when you die, right, you are still going to continue hustling. Don't you know? I'll tell you. So when you die, people will turn you to ancestors, right? They will be calling your spirit. They will be calling your soul. Yeah, well, maybe because that's how I grew up as well, right? So call your soul from anywhere. Say, so we have to call you back. You go still they hustle for us in the world beyond. Sure, you get. So we don't die in Africa. We turn to ancestors. So, and we don't eat food in the ancestral world as well. You drink original alcoholic shinap and alcoholic drink. With all these adulterated drinks, fake product, this and that, we could have possibly have lost touch with them as well. Please don't laugh. These are things you can reflect on. It's just a little bit of diversion, all right? But think about it. Think about it. If you are in your 30s, early 40s or late 40s and then above, you know what I'm talking about. People have said before, they said, where are those powers that our forefathers were using that time? You said, they asked myself. That's why I said it is either they lied to us or the gods are tired of us. They've grown soft. And some of them have relocated, because you give something to Ogun now, for example. Something like that. Here you pour the gin. Ogun come, say, Ogun, what is this? Like, man, that relocate to. I have to leave this place. That's part of what Nigeria is, right? So they want the government to protect them from the government because the governor's brother is acting like, like others before him. It is their turn. And the moment you gain power in Nigeria, you have to convert the government to your family fiefdom somehow. Yeah. And there is a brother. He's from Edo State, by the way. In the last few days, we have been seeing videos of these flooded roads in Edo State. Quite appalling. And a lot of people who have been calling the attention of the governor. It didn't start today, okay? Even the governor himself made a video. Yeah, Godwin, so I said governor rather. So the governor of Edo State, he made a video to mock Obaseki at a point. So people are now making videos to say, okay, you, what have you done? This and that. But a brother from Edo State just made another video to call out those who are calling out the governor. About Nigeria, the problem gone,
all of them no can get content again, Abi. The only content we can get not to talk negative things about Edo State and Benin City. Now be the only content we can get. I see one video where somebody don't turn out to challenge. They say, if you go to any place and you see the road is bad, video it and post it on your page. You can't challenge be that one. And I see the talk on Edo is shining challenge. What kind of a challenge is that one, my brother? This place when I stand put so, na village. Before you go get to this village, you go need to drive like 1 hour from the capital city down to this place when I day, But the houses were there for this village. Now the kind of houses where we say you go only see for GRA for Benin. This road now where they look, I hear say 2 persons don't take them upon themselves to grade it. What you make I talk this now because of say all of them will be seeing all the negative things now they like to they put for social media. You see we are no good, you go video and begin to speak rubbish English for the road and the government blah, 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 blah. Your bros will travel since how many years? What investment has he brought to this town or to Edo State? What has your bros, your mama, or your sister, what has she brought? What development has she brought? At the Anambra State, I see different mansions. I hear say this road, now one person grade down from a house down to the main road. I hear say na 3 persons now come together, say they want grade the road during festive period like Christmas. When a masquerade till they come outside and all, the whole place is lively. Everywhere they shine. But our own for Edo State, what we sabi do now say, make we go they start Edo is shining challenge for bad road. Make we the video now, make we they put on for social media. If you have sense, after you don't put that in for your platform, go and look at it again. Maybe you see how that thing is disgusting for your platform. Instead of us to continue to drag our governor, instead of us to continue to talk negative things about Edo State, everybody should go and work. TikTok don't scatter on our head. Committee of TikTok affairs, it don't scatter on our head. Some of them just start to create content.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
So maybe nobody say, I am intentionally punishing you. I just wanted you to hear that. And you, brother, if you by any chance, because I'm not sure if you're going to see my video, and anybody probably will make you see it, but government's duty is to fix infrastructures, not the citizens' duty. Your right is to pay your taxes. And if you have businesses, right, you pay your taxes too. You see, when people post videos of dilapidated roads, broken roads, flooded their streets, in this day and time, yeah, they are like the easiest way for anybody who is governing anywhere to have the first-hand information about what he is doing. I don't even understand why you can't see it that way. But Nigeria is a very, very useless place that these people have made it. And why? Nigeria is a place that somebody will be given a contract to construct a road, put a nice drainage system that will take away all the rainwater and then stop all kinds of flooding and all that. Somebody will take the money, buy himself a very nice car, go to his village and get a chieftaincy title. Maybe even go abroad, depends on the size of the money. They may come back later to come and do a substandard project that will eventually be washed off. You get that now? That is if you ever probably do anything. No. Then he will now use some of the money that he stole from the road to go and buy transformers, electricity transformer, which is the sole job and responsibility of the electricity company. But because the electricity company is so useless that the people have now taken it upon themselves. Now, so somebody who is a politician, like I said, who has taken money meant for road, is stolen it. He will buy a transformer and give it to the street. They say, what have you done to help people? You see, this man, he has bought a transformer for 4 streets in this area. But by the time they realize that the same person who is buying them, these transformers has taken billions of naira, and he has denied them the proper, water channel system, drainage system, and good roads. They won't care at that time. Do you get that now? To the point that people will be asking private individuals to come and construct road for them. And then they will question why somebody is not doing that. They will say, we know government is useless, but what about you? What about you? You have never done anything. Why don't you go come here and construct the road? Why don't you come here and build the school? Why don't you come here and pay scholarship for people? Why don't you come here and pay hospital bills for people? Why don't you come here and build hospitals for us? The same set of people are praising the criminals who deny them all of that. But you know, if they really care, right? Social media is such a very easy place for anyone that is in any state in Nigeria, whether you're governors or lawmakers. So social media should be a place for them to actually see the real thing they are doing, as well as their failure. And it's easier to say, man, I saw that flood water in so area, and I saw people were struggling. Where's that place again? Oh, it's an Ikpoba road. Oh, it's Kiniko road. That's an opportunity for you to say, you know what? That video that went viral at that time, that bad road, I want people to go and do before and after on that road. It's easier if they wanted to do anything. But rather, citizens will be attacking themselves, asking themselves, how many people have you helped? What have you done? Everybody is complaining, Nigeria is not good, Nigeria is not good. You, what have you done to make Nigeria good? How many people have you helped? These are people who are saying all of those simply because they don't want you to talk about their criminal leaders who are responsible for their misery. Yeah? Talking about misery. Yesterday, right? A brother, the objective media, Shegun, that we shared this coverage of the supposed 30 kilometers completed coastal road. It's been so controversial. Somebody else has done again. Somebody has gone back there to go and do his own coverage to say, in fact, Shegun was nice. So if you get to even know more details about what they put up, like how did they manage to put this kind of scam together with no fear of any consequences? Come and see Coastal Road.
All right, this is to second our brother Shegun Olaoye of Objective Media. My brother, a great man, thank you for calling our attention to be good followers, because it is simple and always visible that we are bad followers in Nigeria, both religious and political. Now, this is the VI part of the coastal highway. That's actually the beginning, and I'm doing this video to prove to all that Reno was deceiving people and repeating videos from the part where he drove. Ojiokwe of the morning show was saying that actually he drove on it, and but I want to show us here that he didn't drive up to the part of at least Jafonde, where you will now see that this road doesn't even go as much. The lights you are seeing, the street lights you are seeing, you're not going to see it anymore when we get to certain point. This is landmark. This is the famous landmark building there. Okay, let's move forward a bit to see. I don't know why they can't allocate the other part. Now, this is the famous landmark building, the beach, beautiful beachfront house, and red. I don't know why this part. I don't know why they can't allocate it back to this man. A lot of people come to this country, invest millions in real estate, and at the end of the day, you just mess up the expressway. So, and I'll be showing the video from the other side, because when we drove from the other side, that is the Eleko side. I'm happy to see that Baba finally used chopper to go to the deep sea port. When I saw, in fact, that was why I drove past Bodilon today. Baba finally used chopper. Baba, thank you. You've heard my last, when I cried the last time, you heard it. Thank you for using chopper and not frustrating us again. Now, this is driving from the MNS State Dangote refinery access. I would stop here for you to hear my frustration. I just want to be avoiding the heap of sand. I will not see the level where you talk. For the records, that video wasn't taken today, the video where I drove from the Eleko part. But this is just to second my brother to prove that the road actually is not together. Or if it was, the people who went to the deep sea today would have followed that road. They all used Lekki Expressway because the road isn't completed. Otherwise, they would have all been on this particular road. And Baba used chopper. Definitely, we all know why he used chopper. So, but the people I've been showing in this video, are those who all they know is just being power, and they collect whatever and sell their votes and the rest of it. I want to show us that we are bad followers, and I want to show us how we'll be able to allow these people to build a gulf between the poor and the rich. There is a huge gulf, and I hope I'll release that video on Saturday. I'll show us what they are building right on that one.
That's somebody who went there to show to us that, see what the commission do. Like this, Shegun said it was only 26, if you calculate it was only 26 kilometers that actually has third area. But guess what? It wasn't like 26 kilometers on both sides. The other side, if this one got to 26.26 kilometer, this particular one, the other part is probably like 15 kilometer. Why? Because even where it's paved, half of that is not paved. Where it is paved, right? What was supposed to be a completed work should include already paved road, not just the cement and this marking they did. 419, Bajue, APC, is that my brother? Yeah. Because, if you come to think of it, you'll be like, how can they be so callous and so mean to boldly lie to millions of people, because to them, even if you go find out, what you go do? What are you going to do? Just talk like we are doing right now. Somebody else also did a coverage of, I was telling you yesterday that the access road to the Lekki Seaport, Lekki Airport, Dangote Refinery. All of this is supposed to be the road. It's supposed to be the road that also, link all the way to Shagamu via Ekpe to Shagamu. Also, another one from Abeokuta to Papalan to on and on like that, right? Because it is a tax break deal. They gave him a tax break. But somebody made a video and I kind of say, okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. If I see it, I'll share it, okay? Here is Omogbolawon. That's his name of the guy. Omogbolawon, who recorded this to show us the supposed Dangote roads that he's constructing and where it's actually passing. Before you get to this one is the one that linked to Dangote Refinery, this and that, right? Then at the same time to Shagamu Expressway. Anyway, just a glimpse. Did you see where that one stopped too? It was supposed to be a 54.7 kilometers. I don't know, maybe Dangote just commissioned a 2 kilometer, be 1 kilometer, I don't know, but it's also supposed to be an ongoing project that Dangote got nearly 1 trillion naira tax break. 1 trillion naira is supposed to pay as tax on his businesses. They told him to keep it. Just use it to construct this 500 or so kilometers of road across Nigeria, still uncompleted as well. And this was since 2019. Wow, that's 6 years ago, isn't it? Okay. Now, leaving that behind, going forward, as we continue to, as we get to that rounding up stage, everyone is playing his own role in what is wrong with Nigeria today, right? Rich, poor, educated, illiterate, enlightened and gullible. Everybody is playing their own role, enabling the whole system. And these guys were caught in the act. You see, we said Lagos stinks. Lagos is dirty. As the system is so, the guys operating the system have been neglecting, their own job or duties, right? Having shortcomings, and that has created a lot, right, of visible environmental rot. What do you say to these two guys? Those who take people's waste, dump them in the middle of the road, or those who just feel so comfortable to use the roadside as a convenience?
Now your dustbin be that. Now your dustbin be that. Now dustbin be that. Huh?
In Lagos, imagine this guy doing what he's not meant to do on the streets. Look at this. Look at this. Are you deaf? Come on, leave that side. Are you deaf? Leave that side. Are you alright? Look at him.
Imagine having people like this in Lagos. Now get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Are you all right?
So how do you explain that to somebody, right, who is interested in understanding what is wrong with Nigeria or Nigerians? How do you explain that? Would you not just say, oh no, the amount of people, a friend of yours says, oh, excuse me, Yima, you saw a video of two guys. One was like, easing himself on the road. Another one was like, wait till you go tell that your colleague for work. Won't you say, oh, they are, Nigeria currently have about 70% Nigerians have mental problem. So those are the part of the two. So you're saying that you've got over 150 million Nigerians who have mental health problem. We are even more than that. We are just trying to be conservative with number. Mad people all everywhere. How do you explain it? To somebody who is not from Nigeria. So it's not always about these guys. So your leaders are the reflection of the followers. Always remember that. There is no excuse. Trust me. And there was a guy on a bike. Some said, hey, why didn't government provide a toilet? Should they tell you, say, even for UK? Government, they build toilet for road. In UK, have you seen anywhere they say, do you now see anybody go about and then shitting on the road? Saying, guys, government should do, people pack waste from their own house. They didn't bag them. They didn't, you know what I mean? Like bag your stuff, get them ready, neatly packed, and give them to those who would dispose them of, right? For people who pack all their stuff, put them in the boot of their car, drive in the middle of the night, drive to the middle of the road, and dump them on the road. And tomorrow morning, they are going to join the rest of us to say, look at everywhere, it's so stinky. You know what I mean? So a lot of you are the reflection. Your leaders are the reflection of a lot of you. Where you normalize. Yeah? It's unfortunate. Anyway, on that, I think we can bring this to a close. I'm so sorry that I didn't take us again, okay? I'm just utilizing the fact that we are not so many. I appreciate everyone here, though. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes I can use this little break, right? When it is not so busy, like we are so busy. So thank you. But here is something I want you to take away from this, okay? Tonight. To those who think, right, that Tinubu possibly didn't know what is going on in Nigeria, that they are not telling him what is going on. Now, this is one excuse that people give to these roads. They say, oh, people around them don't tell them the truth. That's a lie. If anybody tells you that Tinubu doesn't know what is going on in that contraption, they are lying to you. Today, when that guy was doing his decamping to APC, Tinubu was watching it live from his Bodilon home. He heard the news. He sees the news. He uses the social media too. Meaning, if anyone says he is not aware of what is going on, they are lying to you. You can please do with that information whatever you like. Enjoy the rest of your evening, brethren. And from here, I'm going to say good night. And thank you so much, everyone. I will see you again. And that will be when I see you. Good night.
àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Máyégún Diary Diary Politico. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàbù.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.